Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I am in step 5, the final step. So on the last video, right at the end, everything crashed. I had to re-go and do a couple of things. I did add a couple of other things to it. Obviously, I added the logo in. We're now in GIMP because I'm going to show you what I do with an image after I get done with it, because I have to blow it way up in order to use it effectively for the sizes that I'm looking for. So in here in GIMP, the first step I'm going to take is I'm going to scale the image in here, and then I'm going to go back into PhotoDirector365. So I want my PhotoDirector365 will blow it up 4 times, and I want the final outcome image to be approximately 12,000 wide. So that means I need to scale this image up to 3,000. So I'm going to change the width to 3000, which gives me a height of 2401. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to change this to pixels per inch. That's at 300 pixels per inch, which is fine. And I'm going to choose the no halo scale. So all we're doing is making the image a little bit bigger so that when we blow it up 4 times its size, it's the right size for using for what we're doing as far as print on demand goes. So real simple, quick, and easy. We always go to export in GIMP. We don't want to use save or save as. I did put this back into CMYK again, and now what I will do is I will put it as final small, and I'm going to change this. If you've not seen my videos before with GIMP, GIMP is a little bit weird that you can't select the type of export file. You actually have to enter it after the dot. So I don't want this to be saved as a TIFF file. I want it to be saved as a PNG file. And I'm going to go ahead and click export. I'm okay with the automatic pixel format. I'm okay with the compression level being high, because this image is going to get very big. It's not big now, but it will be once we run it through PhotoDirector. And the problem is with any print-on-demand company, they all have their sizes, and some, like mine, goes up to either 150 or 200 megabytes. But what I've noticed is that I have difficulty getting it to upload when it's that large. So I'm going to go ahead and close out a GIMP. We've already exported it. And then I'm going to go in here to PhotoDirector, and we're going to use the image upscaler. So we're going to take that last one. Where are we at? 601. I changed it, so now I can't find it. Final small. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go final small. It's going to give you this horrendous zoom, which is way too close up. You see my resolution. You can change, you can go down a little bit if you want to. I like to have my images a little bit larger so that when they go into the print on demand, they actually are a higher DPI, which I find most useful. So if you use this slider, you can see you've got before on this side of the slider and after on this side of the slider. And we're not seeing a whole lot because this image was really actually quite good to begin with at 300 or 400 DPI. And so we're not going to get a ton of image variation, which is actually what we want. We don't want it to go crazy with the AI and trying to make things different. So I'm not going to put one, I'm going to put final, large on here, and we'll save that. And I will show you here in a second what else we can do with this. Come on, come on. Stuck at 1%. Well, guys, this is how it works. Um, So what I'll do is I'll take a look at this. This is now 71.5 megabytes, which should upload just fine. I have had a couple that I have had to put into a JPEG because literally the image files got so large that they just wouldn't upload. Um, so we can take this and we can throw it in Paint, and we can check, see what our image properties are. Now, it left me at 240 DPI. So I'm going to have to jump back into GIMP, and I'm going to have GIMP use its system to upscale it to the proper DPI, because we want to be at 300. Even though we're going to squish the image a little bit for our prints, we want the original image to be at 300 DPI. I'm losing my train of thought because I'm trying to do too many things all at once. Thank you guys for being patient with me because, I'm not the greatest at this. Final large, that's what we want right there. And it's going to tell me the relative color metric is not right, even though it's an sRGB, blah, 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 blah. We'll convert it. And now we're going to go back into scale image. And you can see we've got our 12,000 width. We're 9604 high. But what we're worried about is our pixels per inch. We're at 239,979. So all we need to do is go 300, not 303, 300. And then we're going to go for the no halo again. And it's just going to add those extra pixels that we need. And then we can resave this or re-export. Don't ever save in GIMP. It's always export. Final large. I'm just going to put 300 on here so I know that it's at 300 DPI. We're going to export it. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the compression level up. And this should just take a moment to run its course and do its thing. And then we'll check and see how big the file got by adding those pixels. And sometimes that can add a lot to the file. That's why I went ahead and did it as a compressed image. When I first started doing this, I was trying to do everything without compressing the images. And I've, since learned a few things. And because supposedly PNG is a lossless format for compression, it doesn't really matter. You might as well go compress it and save yourself the file size if you can. This is taking a little while to export, which tells me that it increased the size of the file quite a bit. Hang with me, guys. If you want to help me out, a like is the easiest way to do it. A comment will help with the algorithm. A subscribe, obviously, if you enjoy this kind of stuff and enjoy fumbling around with the old coot, and watching what I do in order to get my images from raw AI to print on demand ready, then come hang out with me. Subscribe to my channel. I put stuff out literally almost every day because what I do is I do these image walkthroughs in sections basically all day long on a day. And then I have 5, 6, 7 of these videos to put together and put on the podcast and drop them every day. So you can literally grab one of these almost on a daily basis. And then I always put them all together. I don't edit a ton. I put them all together so that they'll run in one long video. If you want to, while you're cleaning your house or whatever, you want my droning monotone old coot voice in the background, you can do that and listen to, and something catches your attention, you go, oh, I better go watch what he's doing right there. That's fine too. Obviously on any of our socials, if you can hit our socials and Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, and we are going to be on Etsy very soon. I have to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and all the descriptions and tags and all that kind of stuff. But I already have all of my puzzles, premium prints, and posters drafted up in there. I'm just making sure that all the inner workings are great before I put them live on there. This one will join them. I have figured out that um, I'm going to do limited runs on all of my artwork, and I will make a big deal out of this from this point forward. I will have 6 to 8 images up for sale, and then those will be up for sale until I have an additional 6 to 8 ready to go. And then I will pull the original 6 to 8 down and the new ones will be up. And I don't know at this point in time if I'm going to put those images back into circulation. I'm kind of thinking maybe I would put some of them back into circulation, like around Christmas time, like a little before Turkey Day, maybe around Halloween for the holidays. But I've kind of come to this conclusion that I don't want to have 30, 40, 50, 60 images out there all at a given time. So if you see something you really like, grab it. I got a premium print. It's back here on the wall. You can't see it. It is 100% cotton, Moab, bright something rag. It is cotton paper, the kind of stuff that you use for museum quality stuff, and they are fantastic. They are heavy. They're meant to be framed. I don't currently have it in a frame. I have 2 more coming. Uh, the posters are awesome, a little more cost effective, but if you want something you're going to frame, man, these premium prints are the way to go because they are so much thicker, so much heavier, and it's printed on an acid-free cotton paper. It's going to last a long time. So, oh, this is done. I've rattled on long enough. I can close out of this and we'll just take a quick look at the file size. 71.5 was where we were at there. And when we bump it up to 300, oh, with the compression, we actually came down a little bit. So this will be the image that I'll be uploading to my print on demand supplier. Um, at some point in time, I'll probably start doing videos about that kind of stuff, but that will probably be a members only thing. I've been considering that as well for people who, like me, are creating AI images and want to edit them and make them better and get them closer to our own personal vision and then sell them on print on demand. I can kind of go through the stuff that I've done in the past. But if you see something either on Etsy or on the website that you like, I'm telling you, grab it because I'm not going to have 50, 60, 70 images come the end of the year sitting on my website and sitting on Etsy. I'm going to rotate them either 6 or 8 at a time, and I already have 4 or 5 up. And then, like I said, they'll be up as long as I it takes me to do the other 6 to 8 images, and then they will be swapped out. I'm not gonna hold on to thousands and thousands and thousands of things going on. It's too much to keep track of. And you know what? If you like it, buy it. Don't go, oh, well, that'll be there in a year because it won't be there in a year. But that's it for this one. Thanks for hanging out with me again. This is the end of Fallen Angel. It will be going up on the website. It will be going up on Etsy. It will be available for print on demand, as well as downloadable as a digital wallpaper. I do not do the digital wallpapers at 12,000. And they are JPEG images because they are meant to be just for your laptop, your computer, whatever. If somebody really wanted a copy of the full size because they wanted to do a print on their own with a printer that they have a relationship with, I would be open to that, but that would have to be something different than the website or whatever. You can always reach out to me on the website. You can contact me through there. And that's it for this one, guys. That's it for Fallen Angel. We'll be back with the next image in a few days. So until then, let the chaos out. Become creative. Have fun with this stuff, guys.